Life Her Podcast.
Her is me, her is you. Her is us, her is she, her is we. United we stand, baby, that hurt for keeps. I'm coming and I demand my space, I know it's free. I owe myself the world, they tried to count me out. I've been down some dark roads, they tried to pound me out. From cloudy to sunny, ain't think that I would make it out. I needed positive emotions to fill me out.
Hey everyone, I am Yvette Lloyd, host of Life Her Podcast. I have Miss Lita here with me. That's what I call her. But her name is Angelita Parham, and she is from Memphis. And y'all know Memphis got some hustlers there, just like we got hustlers in Detroit, Atlanta. But y'all be sleeping on Memphis. So, Angelita, how are you?
I'm doing well, and thank you for pointing that out. They definitely sleep on Memphis.
Yeah, they do, for real, because, I mean, Memphis even shaking it right now in the music industry as well. So they popping out.
They're popping. So, I will just say stay tuned, because when it's a takeover, it's going to be a whole takeover.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about your takeover, because you taking over Memphis right now yourself. So I know you you relaunched your company. Mm-hmm. Can you let us know a little bit about it?
Yes, thank you so much. So I own Steele Divine Cosmetics. It started during the infamous, notorious COVID pandemic, year 2020. Of course, I was working as a hairstylist for 20 years, and we all were sat down. We were told we were non-essential. So I had to figure out how I was going to pay bills. My daughter had just started her first year of college, and of course, I was homeschooling my son already and just didn't have any means of income. So girl, I was looking at people on Facebook, and what were they doing? They were buying things from people. And I'm like, y'all got to be out your rabbit blank mind to be buying stuff. You need to be holding on to every dime. This is the apocalypse. And so I caught on. I was like, okay, you got to do something, boo. You're going to have to get it together, and you're going to have to think quick, because, you need Lysol. Y'all need food. And so I said, you know what? If I can't do hair, I'll make a wig. And if I can't make a wig, I want to do makeup. So girl, I launched a whole lipstick brand, which has launched into a full beauty line and makeup services. So it's on and popping now.
Ooh, girls, you was not playing. A lot of grinders was shown in the pandemic.
Yes,
like,
yes.
For me, I could still do this.
Yes, definitely did that.
During that time of you knowing your family need things, of course, it costs for you to actually start that business and put everything together. Can you let people know the process of that and letting them know how hard it was and how much of a blessing it was too at the same time?
Oh, yes. So I definitely say it was rather challenging because, one, the supply chain was very slow. You were not getting things really quickly anymore. Amazon was sending you stuff quickly because people were ordering Amazon every day. But I connected with some major, manufacturers, and I'm like, hey, I want to create this product. And they were like, what did you have in mind? And we need you to know that you cannot come to our facility due to COVID. And I'm like, well, I at least need to know this ain't no whole sweatshop going on. And we're doing everything ethical, at your place of business. And so, girl, I'm like having to trust that these people had my best interest at heart. So I'm at home. I'm communicating through email and through cell phone to these people, telling them what I want. And so I'm getting mail from them. Okay, try this, try that. And I'm sending it back or calling. No, that ain't what I wanted. So give me something else. What do you got? I know you got something that's better than this, until I found the right manufacturer. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to really figure out what I wanted in a product, because if you don't know what you want in a product, then you're not going to have a product that resounds with others. You may pick a lipstick that, well, everybody could wear lipstick, but you want the best lipstick. But when I think about wearing a lipstick, I don't want the crap drying my lips out. I want to be able to look kissable. And at that time, I did not have a husband, but God blessed me with one that next year, baby, I was blessed. Yes. And so when I think about him and how he's always like, is this going to get on my lips? I had to think about if the lipstick was going to get on this man's lips. And I was like, you know what? We're going to do this matte lipstick. And that matte lipstick goes on so liquidy smooth. And then it dries to a perfect moist, look to where it's not drying out your lip. And girl, he ain't scared to kiss me in the mornings when I'm leaving out the door. Yes.
Right. So when you got everything all the way together, how did you go about marketing? Because, a lot of people was on social media around that time. We had nothing else to do.
Yeah. So sitting back in the cut at home, making homemade biscuits and refurbishing my cabinets and stuff like that. I was just watching on Facebook, like these people are out here putting it out there on social media. And some of them didn't even have a whole branding marketing scheme. It was just like, I got hot plates, come get you a hot plate. But girl, people would talk about you if your crap wasn't right. And I was like, you know what? It ain't no way I'm going to put my stuff out there and they talk about me. So at home, and I thought about a plan. I was like, the salon is called Steele Divine. So we finna say Steele Divine Cosmetics. So I had a logo generated, and then, okay, we at home, we couldn't have people at our houses because people will tell on you if you had several folks at your house. Girl, I utilized my backyard and my brick house. I went and took pictures. I shot the pictures myself, put on every lipstick, ran back in the house, wiped it one off, put on another one, and put the pictures out there, girl. Sold out in one day. It was amazing. Yes.
That is a blessing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. I'm like, what the hell? Wait a minute, dog. I'm very select. I was very selective as a hairstylist who I wanted in my salon and what I really wanted to do when it came to hair. Because people can do the most, and so people were like, "We're so proud of you! Oh my God, you did this!" And then the logo. I think the logo is very attractive, and when you have something that is really polished and it's stamped correctly and it's yours, people they get to watch it and they might buy, and so that's what happened, girl.
Yes, like everything I could tell you took your time.
Mm-hmm.
You took your time with it, even though it was like during the pandemic, you felt like you had to get things completed for you to be able to do things for your family and your household overall. But the way you've done it is amazing. I like the Boo Friend Red.
And you know what? I got to send you some of that Boo Friend Red. So my catchphrase is, hey, Boo Friend, we may not be friends. I may not even know you. It's either boo or friend. So you choose what we are, and I'll keep it at that. But I was like, you know what? We're going to have Boo Friend Red, and Boo Friend Red is going to make a statement out here in these streets. And baby, that is our number one lippy.
Really?
Yes, ma'am, Pam. That is
and the name was catchy anyway. The name had me. Yes. I didn't even look at the product first, honestly. I seen that.
Wow.
I want that.
Amazing, y'all.
Yes. So how you get 901 girl? I know that's like where you from, but you just had to represent, huh?
So, Memphis again. Now, this is me playing on the whole big Memphis, Glorilla, Quad, Dr. Q. I don't know if you know Dr. Q. He was just on the Today Show yesterday. Ja Morant and Memphis just we go ham over this blue girl. And I said, you know what? We finna start this stuff off right, And so actually it was about to be called Gangsta Boo. Because Gangsta Boo had just passed. I said, Lord, I do not want her family to sue me, but I want to do something in honor of Gangsta Boo. So I was like, you know what? Let me lay low and call it 901 Girl and leave it alone. Yep.
That's good.
I should have called it Gangsta Blue. What you think?
Hey, girl. Don't do that though. See? The brain ticking.
This is what goes on all day, every day, y'all. I sit, and if I have a thought, it must come out. It must manifest. And then I feel complete,
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know who Miles Monroe is?
Yes.
girl, Miles Monroe has shifted some. Yeah. He had something he said, die empty. And that's when you know you've completed your life mission, when you die empty. And I just want my children and my legacy to read, she was a Barbie doll that died empty. And the reason why I say Barbie doll, Barbie had every doggone career, you know? And a lot of people know me as with my hands in a lot of hats, and we'll leave it as Steele Divine for right now. But I want to die empty and with that legacy completely fulfilled and full, you know?
Well, speaking of like dying empty, I know me and you have something in common of us both losing our mothers. You lost your mom in 2016. I lost mine in 2019. The way you put die empty, it's like our moms aren't here, but we feel empty.
Yeah.
And it's like no matter how successful we become, any accomplishments we've made and everything, it still brings on an emptiness. Now, from going forward in your life, did you find yourself seeing people fade away since she has passed?
Yeah, and excuse me because I'm kind of getting a little emotional behind that. My mother meant everything to me, and my mother was very pivotal in just me being who I am. And then come along, you know, fast forward, you know, since 2016, people just started dropping off. And you go through a point in life where you're like, God, why? You know, why does life have to hurt so bad sometimes? But then we know God is a sweet God, as an awesome God, as a God that brings comfort. And when you realize that they're in his hands, people that have dropped off or passed on, you know, you begin to understand that it was all in his will and it's all for your good anyways, because he doesn't do anything to hurt you, but really to propel you to move forward and closer to him. The other part you wanted to know, did people drop off?
Yes.
Girl, so let's talk about that. When you get real about life, you either fall off from people or they drop off from you.
Yes.
And that's just real talk. And when you're trying to be a person of substance and good character, you have to align yourself with people that's moving forward. I did have friends that I thought were friends and they were negative. Please don't call me out my name and think that's cute. I don't do that whole world star hip hop type stuff. That's not how I conduct my life. I'm very much Christian and I want to treat people correctly. But you begin to see that, you know, when people have toxic traits, and I think that's a going thing. People love to talk about their toxic trait. I don't want toxic traits. I want nothing but peace, love, and kindness, you know, around me. And where we're giving and taking. Because true friendship, y'all, if you don't know it, if you are just a taker, you know what? You're taking up space in somebody's life. You know, it's supposed to be an exchange. Like you and I on this path, on this platform today, we're giving an exchange of conversation. If it was just one-sided and I never answered a question, people be like, what in the world is going on with this person? You know? So we have to get to a point where we are really evaluating what true relationships look like and, you know, just people.
You know, I experienced a shift, like a heavy shift when my mom passed on. And that shift was living my life on my terms. And once someone do something in a negative way or an ill way or trigger me in any form or fashion, I literally blocked them from my life. I feel like I'm just running on a different path. It changed me a lot. If people say they knew me before then, they don't know me now. Because it completely changed me. I just view life differently. I view on how I treat people differently. I view on how I want people to treat me. It's just, I got zero tolerance for bullshit. I really do. And I just see sometimes, you know, we're entrepreneurs. So we see a lot of things on social media. And the way people value friendships and relationships, I just don't get it. I don't get it. The evil things that they do and say, not knowing what someone is going through, and they think because you posted a picture, you're happy, your life is good and everything. Y'all, and people will literally create an image and a whole life for you, and it really doesn't exist. So I try my best to stay away from people that have those type of mindsets and stay around people that can keep me comfort and at peace.
Yeah. And I'm with you. I mean, I'm just going to say, people, if those who are listening, find you a set of friends that you find value in. If you don't find value in the people that you're currently around, then you need a new set of associates.
Yes.
That part.
That part is so true. Yes. So tell me, we over with the pandemic and everything. So what next level are you trying to take your cosmetic company and even your hair salon? Like it all come into one.
So I had to choose something, and I chose to retire the hair salon.
Did you?
I retired. Yep. I retired, and I took a position with the company because I am such an advocate for women in business. I took a position, I will not name them, but I took a position with the company that helps women own businesses start, sustain, and grow. So that's what I do, 9 to 4:30. But this makeup line, girl, I have been doing a lot of brand collaborations. One was with Wear It Well in Tupelo, Mississippi. She was on the Today Show yesterday. I created her a large order of eyeshadow palettes because she has a mission for helping people that have gone through catastrophic, situations, and they do full makeovers. And I'm like, you know what? Let's create a makeup line around you. And then there's another lady. Her name is Lakeisha Warren. She moved into my salon. I knew her, and I knew she needed a space. She didn't know she needed a space, but I said, you need a space. Come get this salon because I'm about to retire. And so she has opportunity with the VA hospitals, girl. They pay this girl to make wigs. Her business is called Custom Crowns. And so she just came through me, and we did a brand collaboration. And so now, girl, she'll be giving out beauty palettes of eyeshadows to all of her veteran clients. And so let me just expound a little bit more. This makeup line, Steele Divine Cosmetics, it's going to be known as it's going to be up there with the leading people. We have an agent, multi-level, process where you can come in and sell for us, like Avon and Mary Kay. And you do make something off each item that you sell instead of the whole ticket. And then, of course, just talking to my husband, I scare him. I think I do. But I asked him, I said, baby, would you be afraid if I went ahead and opened up a full-fledged makeup store instead of it being solely online? He was like, okay. He see the vision because he see the orders coming in. And so we're going to launch a makeup store. It's going to be, you can come and get your makeup done for whatever. All of my makeup products, we have lipsticks, eyeshadows, primers, setting sprays, makeup bags. We have a full line of Boo Friend shirts and apparel with Big Memphis on it and just stuff like that. So I'm looking to, girl, take over the industry in a whole different way where people be like, dang, this girl went from owning a salon, allowing a catastrophic situation during the 2020 pandemic to pivot her instead of being down and out about not making the money that she was supposed to make in her business. She pivoted and made shit happen in a whole nother way, Yes.
And that's what it be like. Even though we feeling some kind of way, we feel scared and that fear come. A lot of people don't realize what's on the other side of that fear.
Ooh, you just said something. Because I just thought about that this week. And it was a point of choosing me. Am I going to keep this job or am I going to choose me and see what else is out there for me? Because I heard Steve Harvey say this, and he was like, if it's something that you're wanting, like I think he used this analogy. He had an old car parked in his garage. And he didn't want to get rid of it. It was such a great ride, at one point in his life, but he wanted something new. Well, that something new couldn't get in line or in sync with his life because he had something else taking up space. I don't want anything attached to me this day going forward that's taking up space. I want everything that God wants from me now. Now, I do cast, my treasures are in heaven. I hold nothing of value here on this earth. And that's just real talk because I'm Christian. But at the same time, boo friend, whatever God got for me right now, while we on this earth, I'm going for it because he gave all of us talents. And I do not want him to be turned off and turned away by me not sowing my seeds and seeing the return on everything that he gave me.
Yes.
Now, I will take over and preach a little bit.
No, you're good. You're good. No, like the amazing thing about it is even when you step out on fear is when you start walking in your faith. So when you have faith and you're walking in it, people don't understand how you are flying to continue on to accomplish everything, and you won't let no one get in your way. And that comes from you loving yourself more than anything. And you have to get to the point of you loving yourself because that comes from you eliminating fear and you accumulating a lot more faith and just walking a walk that God wants you to. And then the amazing thing about it, you begin to hear him more. He'll start guiding you, and you will hear him just by voice. You will hear him through other people.
Yeah.
Like it'll just keep flowing. And you're like, oh, this how it works, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bible says God is the author and finisher of our faith. So I take that to say all of those hopes and dreams that we have on the inside of us were Holy Spirit inspired, right? So with that being said, over the last, especially 3 months, because everybody go on those little fasts at the first of the year, right? And so I took one and was like, I'm going to do a fast. And I have been in alignment in so many ways. It's like I look to the left and it's like, come here. If I look to the right or say I'm going to go somewhere, I met somebody that now wants a custom palette. So it all flows in the right direction. So whether I leave the job or stay, I believe that God has something waiting on the other side.
And just for you.
Just for me, through faith.
Yeah. Yes. and that's what we have to understand, because a lot of people, like with us being in our industries that we in, everyone has a podcast. Everyone have a beauty cosmetic line. But when we walk in our faith and we know what we have is very unique and it was designed for us, we don't care who had one. No. We don't care who started, who finished, who bigger, who smaller. It's like I'm in my lane and I'm where I'm supposed to be. And my time is whatever God puts me at that moment. It's either I will catch up regardless, but it's just you just focusing on yourself and staying in your lane. That's what makes you so much different and a lot more unique, because it doesn't create images in your mind of you trying to be someone else. You're just trying to beat the best of you.
I love that. And you are so right. And when you begin to understand that God has no grandchildren, we are all his children, and he is not a respecter of persons. Whatever he did for you, he can do for the next in his own unique way and make you stand out so differently from the other person. That's the thing. Don't look to the right or to the left. Keep looking straight. It's a relational thing, upward thing, where I'm looking up to God. And I know you beside me. And I know he has a plan and a will for both of us, but I'm keeping the eye on the prize and believing that whatever he has given me, he's going to bring it to fruition. So I have no reason to be jealous of your shine. Matter of fact, I love your shine, sis. That's what girl, we need to do a whole little show. Yes.
And that's just like you were saying, you collaborate with other women,
Yeah.
and other businesses. That's what gets us ahead.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
part.
when we collaborate and we bring love and respect to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we just focus on the love and the respect that comes and we know our lanes,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't have no other problems besides staying in it.
That's so true.
And you could grow like so much. And some people they don't get it yet. It's gonna take something to transpire in their lives for them to actually get it. But the ones that do get it, you will understand why they are the way they are and where they're at that moment.
That's true. That's true. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they getting some diamonds today, girl.
I know, right?
Say nuggets. Y'all getting some diamonds. I don't want no nuggets. You might be talking about chicken nuggets.
Yeah, it's a Memphis conversation today.
That's right, girl. Oh, yeah. Hopefully I don't have that. You know, Glorilla has a real accent. I'm like, girl, where you get that from? Do I have a real Memphis accent? Because, you know, that's the thing.
Yes, you do.
Jesus. I thought I was graduated.
No, it's there. It's not as strong.
Uh-huh.
It's not as strong as some people, but it's there. It's definitely there. I have a lot of family in Memphis, just in Tennessee overall. Yeah.
Girl. So I'm like, when I hear Glow, I'm like, oh my gosh. Glow is from Mississippi, you know. But Glow is from Memphis. So we're going to leave it at that. We love her. She's beautiful. Hey, Glorilla, if you ever listen to this, Big Memphis Bang, come and get your palette because we got one for you.
I know that's right, girl. Shout her out.
Yeah.
Yes. So do you have any new products that you're going to be releasing anytime soon or anything coming up?
Yes. So we do have, so we got at least 3 or 4 new lippies. We got Boss. We got Vicky Vixen. Okay. We got the Wendy Factor. We have our new Big Memphis apparel coming out. Those were featured. Yes. Those will feature with another brand collaborator, Femininity, Freedom Boys. And she's doing some great things here in Memphis as well. And what else we got coming out? Primers. Because I'm like, you know what? We got to get on this primer. We got to get setting sprays. That's the bomb. People wearing it, you know, it makes a difference in how this face looks when you beat it up with this makeup, you know.
Right.
Of course, and you know, something that made my day on last Saturday, we were contacted through our website, someone that had seen us out at the Memphis Grizzlies event. Mm-hmm. And they were like, we saw you. We want you to come to this event. And I'm like, okay, boo, I'm coming. And so we're doing a lot of educational courses around makeup. So, of course, if you need us, reach out to us on our website. And then a lot of pop-ups until we get this store open. It's going to open. You just wait and see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your mind's set already. Yeah. It's already know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So how can people follow you and purchase your product?
Thank you for asking. Everyone, if you do me a favor, please follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Steele Divine Cosmetics. And then we do have a beautiful website that's been updated just for y'all. Make it real easy for you to purchase at steeledivinecosmetics.com.
Yes, that is amazing. So, well, I thank you so much for this conversation. I enjoy my time with you. You are an amazing woman, and I wish you nothing but even more blessings flowing.
Thank you. And can I send a shout out to my PR rep?
Yes, go ahead. Shout out Brandy.
Okay, Brandon Lynn, this is for you, boo friend. Thank you so much for the amazing work that you do. And just letting you know, to everyone I have collaborated with on these special products around Steele Divine Cosmetics, I love y'all, and let's keep going, boo.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Life Her Podcast, where we help heal women all over the world. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Life Her Podcast, and check out our YouTube page as well. And make sure you subscribe. You can also look onto our website and you can purchase merchandise and listen to the podcast episodes. I am Yvette Lloyd. I am Life Her. Love yourself, ladies. Take care of yourself and others you love dearly.